Hi, I'm Gunnarolla, musician, world traveler, and these are just some of the adventures that I've made in the moment. When it comes to Ontario, people tend to think of the bigger cities like Toronto and Ottawa, but there are actually parts of Ontario that are pretty stunning, even though we don't have access to the Rocky Mountains. One of the most underrated places in Canada, in my opinion, is the Thousand Islands, which you'll find on the border between Ontario and New York. To get there, we made a stop in the ever-exotic Kingston, Ontario, but on the way, discovered something pretty cool.
We just saw a giant apple, we're trying to get to it, but I can't get off the highway!
Big Apple!
I made it! To the Big Apple.
This sign right here is a visual representation of what we're doing with our lives right now. Now, given that we were going to see 1,000 islands, of course it only made sense to see them by boat, but when I found out that they run helicopter tours out of Gunnarolla, Ontario, which is just under an hour away from Kingston, of course I had to try to squeeze that into our day. We're going on a helicopter today!
Whoa! Just lifted off 1,000 Islands helipad, climbing to 1,500 feet and turning southeast bound for Alexandria Bay, currently over the west edge of Gunnarolla.
So are there literally 1,000 islands?
Literally there are closer to 2,000 than 1,000.
Okay, wow.
One of the nice things about being up high is you can actually see how clear the water is and how shallow in some areas. Like if you look just to the right or the left of the channel, you'll see shoals, rocks that could rip the bottom out of a boat in a blink.
Wow.
Thanks so much to the staff at Cruise Copters, you guys were awesome. I also learned that you can skydive the Thousand Islands, in case any of you want to do that, because I'm not doing that. So we saw the Thousand Islands from above, now it was time to get up close and personal. I'm a little concerned, because they seem to put all the white tourists on that boat, and all the Asian tourists on this one. Getting on the boat! We're going. All in all, it was a really refreshing trip. Tons more to see, but that's part of the beauty of taking these really short trips. There's always a reason to come back. If you want to see more of this cross-country adventure, hit that subscribe button, and please remember to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. We head to Calgary, Banff, Jasper, and Vancouver next. Until next time, à la prochaine.